So hi Spirit. First of all, where was the first time you heard about drum and bass or bass music?
Oh, first time I heard about it. I don't know really. It was kind of a natural progression from the big house scene that was in the late '80s. I mean, drum and bass is a term that's been around since like 1991, 92. So it was just like, yeah, from the acid house, boom, through to 1990, 91, and then the new rave scene, and then kind of like the whole Belgian and European like hard techno sound came along, and then some of the UK producers started putting breakbeats underneath and kind of mixing the sounds with reggae bass lines and all kinds of stuff. And that was when I first heard the term drum and bass. I mean, a lot of people call that hardcore, and some people call it jungle or whatever. But it was kind of like the first time I heard drum and bass was like people were calling it like the London drum and bass sound. This was back in 1991, I think. Yeah. So it's been a while. It's been a good time.
So can you name some tracks or producers or DJs that influenced you most?
That influenced me most? On the breakbeat side, probably Dot Scott, For Hero and Goldie, probably. Those three in particular. From the stuff they were doing for Reinforced, back in '92. But all kinds, really. I used to listen to, listen to a lot of house, listen to a lot of Detroit stuff, and before that, and so all kinds, really. Yep. There's everyone's got there's a bit of there's a piece of all those in there somewhere, supposedly, maybe, hopefully.
So what does drum and bass or the bass music, respectively, does make it so interesting and unique for you?
That's a tough one because it moves, so the sound morphs over time so much. For me, it's still more of bassline break influenced. I mean, at the moment, there's this big like minimal wave, which some of it is good, some of it is just kind of a bit cold and soulless. But so, yeah, just something, I don't know, just something with a good vibe to it. With whether it's deep or whether it's kind of noisy or whether it's kind of bass heavy. It's just it's hard to put a finger on, but just I don't know. There's something about it that to me still kind of hasn't been matched yet. Yeah.
So do you have something like an antitype or a musical leader to you?
A leader? As in what? As in someone that I look up to most, or not really, actually. Not really. Maybe in the past, but after all these years, that I kind of like just I just kind of try and do my own thing and keep on that vibe, rather than kind of. I mean, there's still there are still lots of artists that I pay a lot of attention to, and that are still making great music as far as I'm concerned, and especially a lot of the artists that have been around for a long time. But can't say that there's anyone like that now after all this time that I like really look up to. Yeah.
To what of other genres or styles of music you listen to?
It varies. I go through phases. I mean, I like a bit of techno. Also, I like a lot of jazz, funk, and fusion, and and stuff like that. I'm trying to think what else do I listen to on a regular basis. All kinds, but I suppose they're the main. Yeah.
You founded Interactive Music in about 2002, is that right? So in the last 10 years, you and your label just went through such a big relationship and a big development. And what can you say are the future plans for your label and you, respectively?
Future plans for the label? I'm not sure. It's such a strange, like at the moment, it's such a strange transition period for music and record labels and stuff. I mean, this year is the 10th anniversary, so going to be organising a few things. Hopefully, putting together a little compilation album towards the end of the year. As regards to the future, not sure. We kind of these days you take it kind of each year as it comes. But you know, being the 10th year, you know, something hopefully a bit special will be going on this year. Yeah.
And how do you prepare on your DJ sets or live sets?
Live sets I've never done one actually, which is I've never kind of seen myself as being the live kind. DJ set. Kind of as prepare. I don't know. I just kind of. I mean, I've been doing it for so long now. I mean, I've been DJing like way before I started producing. I've been DJing for like I don't know, well over 20 years. So I just kind of. You kind of know where you start, and then from there on, it's kind of like, oh, we'll see how it goes, and just try and go with the flow and keep the flow going. You know, basically.
Okay, so move on to last question. Where do you get your inspiration from new tracks, and where do you get your influence from?
My inspiration, it varies. Inspiration, I don't know. When I hear, I mean, it's when you've been making music for so long, it's like when something really special comes along that you hear, that's when the inspiration to keep going is. Because when you've been making it for so long, sometimes you feel like you've heard it all or you've done it all, and then someone comes out with something new and you think, right, that's what you kind of, that's what you're up against, and that's what you've got to try and match, not necessarily in sound, but in just vibe and quality and whatever else. But influence-wise, to be honest, my influence is just kind of what I've been doing now over the years and just trying to make it better. Sometimes you get periods where, like, there are periods where you think, well, I've done this before and I've done that before, and it's just a case of, like, trying to go that next stage further, and trying to just build on what I've been doing for, like, for the past 15 years or so, basically.
Okay, so thank you very much.